This is the Bloody Disgusting Podcast Network.
This October 25th, Blood Lane, Alameda Entertainment, and One Fox Productions brings you Frank, a film by Chrissy Fox. A wild tale that will remind you why you're afraid of the dark. In a moment of desperation, Ruby Chase makes a lifetime vow of servitude to a monster, but breaks their deal by committing suicide. Now angered, the monster Frank sets out on a course of bloody revenge, all leading to the one Ruby loved the most. See it on VOD and streaming platforms this October 25th, starring Chrissy Fox, Bonnie Aarons, Asher Parsons, Lindsay LaRose, and Adam Bush. Make Frank a part of your Halloween, if you're not too scared.
The following contains mature subject matter, coarse language, intense situations, and is meant for an adult audience. Listener discretion is advised. The most terrifying monsters are the ones trapped within us. Bleeder's Digest, issue number 19. They're everywhere.
This story is called They're Everywhere, written by Spider One, and I'm Bryce Johnson. I'll be narrating. A young woman runs. This is Annie. She's in a state of panic. Bruised and bloody, she hyperventilates and gasps for air, yet somehow finds the strength to keep moving. She stumbles and falls face first into the hard dirt. She lets out a painful scream. Her head jerks up from the ground and focuses on something in the distance. A dilapidated shed, about half the size of a one-car garage, peeks over the horizon. It doesn't look like much, but it could be exactly what she needs to survive. With a shriek, Annie picks herself off the ground and runs toward the old shed. Moments later, she kicks the wooden door open and frantically enters the broken-down structure. In a whirl, she slams the door shut behind her and locks it tight. From the small of her back, tucked into her jeans, she pulls out a handgun. She grips the gun with two shaky hands and aims around the room. Annie breathes heavy, and her eyes dart from floor to ceiling. Corner to corner, nothing. She is alone. Her shaking subsides, and her heart rate begins to settle. Annie lowers the gun, leans back against the door, and slides to the ground. Quiet. Only her breathing fills the room. More quiet, until someone, or something, bashes loudly on the outside of the door. It rattles the shed, and Annie scrambles away from the sound. She holds, expecting another bash, but instead is assaulted by a sickly, inhuman growl. Shit. They found her. Annie lets out her own monstrous wail in response. She rifles through some boxes, pushing aside anything not useful. Hidden behind some junk, she finds a few bottles of water. Her eyes widen. Annie opens one and guzzles it down. She pulls out her cell phone. The battery life is low.
Fuck!
She goes back to frantically looking through boxes. She finds one full of wires, cables, and plugs. She digs deeper through the contents.
Come on.
Finally, she pulls out an AC cable and takes a close look at it.
Yes!
She scrambles along the floor looking for an electrical outlet. Success. Annie plugs in her cell phone, and it dings into charge mode. She smiles, but her small moment of relief is quickly interrupted by another guttural growl from outside. This one, even louder than the first. Annie jumps back into survival mode. She finds a box of tools and some scrap wood piled in a corner. She hammers some boards over the small windows. Then moves some heavier items in front of the door. It's secure, but for how long, she thinks. Some more violent banging begins from the outside. Clearly, she is surrounded. Annie backs up and aims her gun at the banging. She is terrified and shaking, but doesn't shoot. The outside attack grows, more crazed. The moans, growls, bangs, and scratching crescendo into a deafening maelstrom. Just as Annie is certain the walls will collapse around her, it stops. Again, quiet replaces chaos, and she eventually settles down and lowers her weapon. This will be home for now. A single dim light bulb flickers from above. Annie sits on the dirty floor and scratches a line into the wall with a rusty knife. It is the 12th line carved into the wall. 12 days. She picks up her cell phone and starts recording a voice note.
Day 12, I think. Still here. Still alive. Still eating stale crackers and peanut butter. So there's that. Water's almost gone. Guess I'm lucky to have made it this far considering what's out there. I've called everyone I know, but no one answers. I suppose they're dead or hiding. I really hope hiding. Still running that day over and over in my head. How Paul told me to run and he would distract them so I could get the police.
Memories flash in Annie's head of Paul screaming for her to run, pushing her to head towards the flashing police lights. Annie, in tears, screams no, but goes anyway.
But the police were all dead. And Paul was gone by then.
More memories haunt her. A half-dozen dead cops, bloody and half-eaten. And then, those things in the distance running towards her.
I pried a gun from one of the dead cops' hands and ran, but it didn't get far before one of them was right in front of me. I shot him in the head. I had to.
Annie sits quiet for a moment.
Tired.
She stops recording and puts her phone on the floor. Time passes, and Annie is curled up, sleeping. It's quiet. The doorknob starts to move a bit, then a bit more. Someone is trying to open the door. Annie stirs but doesn't wake up. Finally, the doorknob does a full creaking twist. The lock pops, and the shed door slowly swings open. The silhouette of something fills the frame. Slowly, it begins to shuffle towards a sleeping Annie. It reaches her and stands over her and stares. The thing crouches down. Its decomposing face moves close to hers, only inches away. Slobber from its gaping mouth drips and stretches to the floor. Its breathing is heavy. The repetitive sound of its breath continues, but then slowly transforms into something else. Buzzing. The buzzing of a cell phone. Annie pops awake with a gasp. She's alone. It was only a dream. She looks to her phone on the ground next to her. It's ringing on vibrate. The name Paul illuminates across the screen. She scrambles to answer.
Paul?
Annie, are you okay? Where are you?
The police. They're all dead. I had to run. I couldn't find you. I'm sorry.
Slow down. Where are you?
I've been hiding. I'm okay.
Listen to me. You have to tell me where you are so I can come and get you.
No. It's too dangerous. They're everywhere.
Annie, I'm here with your parents. We all want to help. We can help.
My parents? They're alive?
Of course they're alive. Just tell me where you are. Can you describe where you are?
Annie looks around.
I'm in some kind of shed, like a storage shed. It's full of boxes and tools and stuff like that. I boarded up the windows so they can't get in.
A storage storage shed? Is it like the one we have at our house?
Annie starts to cry.
I don't know. Yes, I guess but I don't know where I am. I ran so far, I don't know. I'm scared. I thought you were dead.
Annie, please, just stay put. We'll find you.
You can't. They'll kill you. They'll kill all of you. Oh, please.
Just stay put.
Paul hangs up.
Hello? Hello?
She puts down the phone and picks up the gun. Sounds of creature moans and growls start to grow from the outside. Annie huddles on the floor, gun in hand. The monster sounds grow louder and louder until a pounding on the door.
Annie, it's me. Are you in there?
Annie doesn't answer. Another pound on the door.
Annie!
Then, a woman's voice from outside.
Annie, baby. Mom? Open the door.
Annie, we're all outside. Me, your mom, your dad. Open up!
Annie stands and almost goes for the door, but stops.
No! You've got to go. It's too dangerous. They'll kill you. They'll kill you like they killed everyone else.
Come on, Annie, there's not much time. Come with us.
Annie is in a quiet panic, trying to decide what to do, until finally...
Okay. Stand back from the door. I'm coming out. Be ready to run.
Okay, all clear.
Annie rushes to the door, unlocks it and pushes it open wide. She bursts forward into the daylight with her gun aimed. Paul, Annie's mom and her dad step back with fear. They are shocked at Annie's disheveled and dirty appearance. Annie swings right, then left, aiming her weapon.
Honey, put the gun down. It's okay now. We're all here.
Annie doesn't lower the gun.
Where are they? Where the fuck are they?
Annie nervously darts her eyes in every direction.
We've got to run. We all have to run!
Annie, it's okay.
Then Annie notices two other men standing with Paul and her parents. She doesn't recognize them. They are large and both wear white coats.
Who the fuck are they?
They're here to help you. They just want to help you.
The two men make a step towards Annie.
Stay where you are. Don't touch me. Don't you fucking touch me! Annie, honey.
Annie points her gun at the two strangers.
Don't you see? They're them! Those things, they'll turn you. They'll turn into those things, and when they do, they'll kill us. Kill us and fucking eat us! Just like they did everyone else.
No, they just want to help.
We need to run! We all need to run!
Everyone stands in a stunned silence.
I said run!
Annie takes off. She pushes past the two men in white coats and nearly knocks them to the ground.
Annie, wait, come back!
Annie ignores Paul's plea and sprints out of sight. She runs across what is clearly a typical suburban backyard, then down a typical suburban driveway, onto a typical suburban street. No monsters in sight anywhere. No dead cops. No dead anyone. The sun is out. Birds are chirping. Everything is very normal. Annie makes it to the middle of the street. She stops and spins in a circle, gun aimed at her would-be attackers. A next-door neighbor stops mowing his lawn and stares at Annie. Another neighbor, watering plants, looks on in confusion. A woman walking her dog stops to gawk, eventually taking a quick picture with her phone. Two young boys on bikes point and laugh.
Where are they? Where did they all go?
But no one answers Annie. They just stare as if she's lost her mind. Confused and disoriented, Annie stands alone in the middle of the street, gun in hand. After a moment, her unease begins to dissolve, and clarity takes over. The monsters were always here, she thinks. Neighbors, friends, family, they were always here, just hiding beneath a veil of lies and disguise. It was only she that could see the truth, see their ugly, flesh-eating, deadly persona.
You won't get me. I won't become one of you!
Soon, she is surrounded by more of them. It's amazing how innocent they all look right now, she thinks. No doubt at any moment they'll transform and attack. She wouldn't be fooled by their appearance or fraudulent concern. No, not this time. Her trust in Paul had almost cost her her life. She couldn't let that happen again. So Annie runs, like she had done so many times before. Runs for shelter, runs for hope, and runs for the possibility of the life she once knew.
If you or someone you care about is suffering with depression or emotional distress, you are not alone. There is someone there to listen 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at 1-800-273-TALK. That's 1-800-273-8255. They're Everywhere, written by Spider One, narrated by Bryce Johnson, featuring Chrissy Fox as Annie, Spider One as Paul, engineered by Tyler Connolly. Production, sound design, and music by Chrissy Fox. Theme music by Tyler Connolly, Chrissy Fox, and Trevor Shand. Bleeders Digest is created and curated by Spider One, Chrissy Fox, Trevor Shand, and Lauren Shand. Subscribe on your favorite podcast provider to never miss an episode. Bleeders Digest is a presentation of the Bloody Disgusting Podcast Network. All right, it's the Bleeders Digest post show. I'm Trevor.
That wasn't enthusiastic enough.
It's the Bleeders Digest post show.
Yes, yes.
There we go. I'm Lauren.
Did you introduce yourself, Trevor?
I did the first time, but I'm Trevor.
And Lauren.
And then Lauren did it again.
And I'm Spider.
And I'm Chrissy.
It's a post show.
So at time of release, it's our Halloween celebration with special guest actors and narrators from the horror community all month long. Who have we had so far?
Scout Compton.
Katie Cassidy last week. And now Mr. Bryce Johnson, who is amazing.
Yep, Bryce Johnson, good buddy of mine, was in Death Valley.
Did you have a hand in casting him in Death Valley?
Yeah, I remember. I actually remember the day he came in. He sat with Brian Callen, who ended up casting as well. And they just improv this whole scene of them in like a squad car. Oh. And you're just like in tears, just dying. They're just so funny. I have such a huge amount of respect for cats that fight.
What the hell was that?
Cats were fighting.
For people that can improv comedy,
Yeah.
I mean, I know I'm pretty funny, like really funny, but no, I'm just kidding.
No.
But these guys are, so I do remember, I was a yes vote for Bryce.
Well, you love that. What was the Bigfoot movie he was in? Was it
Willow Creek?
Yeah, he was in. If anybody hasn't seen this, not to like promote anything else, but there is a movie. He's been in a ton of stuff, and as Trevor, you watch Popular.
I did. I'm a huge
FYI, and Bryce is all, and I also watch Pretty Little Liars, which
I love Pretty
That's
Little.
Lauren's favorite show, and he's on that show as well.
Oh shit!
What do you mean? You didn't know? He's the cop.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. He was. I think he was just in the other night.
American Horror Story.
That's
he
right.
Plays like an astronaut. He plays Neil Armstrong.
Yeah, he plays. Yeah, that's right.
But anyway, so he was in this movie directed by Bobcat Goldthwait called Willow Creek, which is it's a Bigfoot movie, and it's really scary.
I've heard people say that this is one of the best, it's like a found footage Bigfoot movie, right?
It's awesome. So the premise is that he's obsessed with Bigfoot, and he takes his girlfriend, who isn't quite as into it as him, but she's going along with the whole thing. And he's making this documentary going to the original site where that original Bigfoot footage was shot, right? When he's walking through the.
Yep.
And so crazy shit happens, and it's a really fun but genuinely scary movie. There's a scene which I won't give out, but it's an extended one-shot scene that's really scary. So if anyone hasn't seen Willow Creek, they need to check it out.
And he is actually obsessed with Bigfoot, and he has this really badass podcast called the Bigfoot Collectors Club.
And
I was just going to say, I know exactly what you're going to say.
I forgot the biggest credit of all on his resume is that he is in my movie, Allegoria. That is TBD, to be determined, release, but it is on the way for next year. So you will see Bryce play the part of a tortured painter, Marcus Muller.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and he plays my boyfriend in the film.
Yeah. But I didn't let them meet because he's much better looking than me. So
yeah, we only were allowed to talk on the phone.
Keep that shit separate. Yeah.
He fell in love when he came in and did Bleeders. So no, I've met him before. He's fantastic.
I love his voice. It's so creepy. It's like unsolved mysteries. Like
he's like he's a narrator. Everyone just heard the story. He's a narrator on They're Everywhere, episode 19, by the way.
And when you get a professional it's amazing because he just did it once with no mistakes. And I'm like, God damn it. I'm like, stumbling over every other line every time I have to narrate a story, but he just read it straight through. And I'm like, well, I guess that's what a professional actor does.
Going back to Willow Creek for a sec, the most scared I've ever been as a kid is watching Police Academy 2, I think. Yeah, it's 2.
What?
Bobcat Goldthwait is in Police Academy 2, and he talks crazy, right? He has that crazy way he talks. Yeah. Scared the shit out of me when I was a kid.
Oh my God, that's so weird.
He talks like that when he does his stand-up, or he used to. I don't know if he still
does it. Yeah, I don't think he does it anymore. But he's, honestly, he's a big horror guy. Like he had another show it was like a anthology series, a horror comedy and he's just like I just know that he's a big horror fan.
Maybe he wants to voice something for Bleeders.
You know
Not
what?
Like that. It scared the shit out of me. Maybe that's the ticket. He brings that guy back. Like,
you know what? I am gonna. Yeah, we're gonna reach out to Bobcat, and he will do. That's the goal. Get him on episode 1, season 2, Leaders Digest.
Yeah. Okay. Let's put that out there. If you're listening, I'm sure he is.
That'd be awesome. Well, if he finds out that we're involved, he probably won't do it because I think he's declined the Boo Crew twice. But
no.
Oh man.
We'll talk to him.
Yeah, at least one. Yeah, no, he has, yeah.
Oh, man. All right, it's got awkward. The most flattering intro possible. And then
mediocre questions, followed by mediocre questions. So let's get into the, speaking of mediocre questions, let's get into the idea behind They're Everywhere.
It's a zombie story, or is it?
Oh my God!
I had a couple glasses of wine. But, it's. Well, you already heard it if you're listening to this. So yeah, it is a zombie story in the mind of the main character, whose name I can't remember.
Annie.
Yeah, Annie. Annie. Who
Annie, are you okay?
Annie, are you okay? Yeah. That's Michael Jackson.
I literally recorded the Annie parts with our 2-year-old daughter in the other room, and she was hysterically laughing at me when I was screaming and crying, which is so hurtful. So hurtful. It's like she didn't even wasn't even concerned. Well, and then I came in, she's like, "Mommy, what are you doing?" And I was like, "Okay, cool."
Let's be honest, you scream and cry so much.
That's true. All day. I'm a 2-year-old.
Yeah, it's so really what the story is, guys, get serious. Come on. It's it's a mental health story.
Yeah.
It's an anxiety story. It's a story of a girl who has issues.
Yeah, but then at the same time, I feel like there is something there that maybe she's right. Maybe those people the neighbors and stuff are about to change and actually attack her, and they're all tricking her. Maybe she is right.
Well, she's right in the sense she's wrong. Coming from the guy who wrote the story.
Yeah, but I'm taking my own perspective, and I think she's right because I played her, and I'm always right.
She's right in the sense she's not right that there are zombies. They are zombies, but she's right that these people are out to get her.
Yeah.
And if you live in North Hollywood, you know what I'm talking about.
If you live with Spider-1, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So I think it's a good story. I think it has a a couple different meanings behind it. And I think it's also, a case of to be aware of your own mental state, as Bryce pointed out in his commentary on the story.
Especially nowadays, it's extra important because, I feel like everybody's been going crazy the past few years. So it's definitely very important.
I imagine because we have a shed. We have a shed.
We do.
And I imagined it happening in our shed. I imagined you in the shed, just boarding up the shed.
I was actually in the shed when I was recording it, just acting it out. Spider's trying to get in.
Are you okay? Annie,
are you okay?
Annie, okay?
You were in the shed last night and our son came home and he didn't know he was there and it was in the dark and he scared the shit out of him.
Yeah. I was looking for a screwdriver and Riley opens the door. He's like, Jesus fucking Christ!
It is scary though. I want to put Frank out there for him.
Oh my God.
He'll move out.
Hilarious. I'm like, sorry, dude.
He's like, why didn't you tell him I was out there? I was like, I don't know. I didn't think about it, but it was really weird.
Yeah.
Well, now would be a great time to hear what Bryce had to say about it. Here's Bryce.
So this is Bryce Johnson. And one thing I love about this story is I feel like I've been Annie once or twice in my life. It's so important to take care of your mental health, and because if not, the world can really go spiraling out of control. And I think that's what happened for Annie. But I hope you enjoyed the story. I really enjoyed reading it, and yeah, take care of your mentals, y'all.
If you enjoyed They're Everywhere or any of the other stories on Bleeders, leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. It helps the show get found and keeps the episodes coming. On these post shows, we might actually read your review.
We have 2 tonight.
2?
Yeah. You want to read it?
Yeah, it's from Dragon Slayer 57. And he said that...
I don't know about this.
All right, go ahead.
Well, I'm going to read 2. This one's scary. 5 stars. I've waited so long for this. And I have to give a shout out because I know for a fact, even though it's a fake name, that Tyler wrote this, who played the character in It Happened to Us, the weird serial killer Buffalo Bill style guy. So he gave a shout out for that, but I had to read his eventually because I laughed really hard when he commented that. Let's go way back. Let's just read our very first comment.
Yeah.
Bravo, with a tongue sticking out.
Bravo.
Bravo. No, and then this one's from 6Dewey66. Patiently waiting for more. Ah, so good. Hand clapping.
So good. We're doing pretty good here in our Halloween. We're almost going to wrap up season 1, though, right? Like, I mean, we're talking about taking a little break here.
Yeah, I think after November, we're going to take a break. But the next week's story is really cool. I'm really excited about it. So actually, next week is special because Bleeders Digest, for the first time ever, is releasing 2 episodes in 1 week.
Woo!
Woohoo!
Releasing an episode on Monday.
Oh, my God.
Called Carnivore.
Carnivore.
And it stars Laura Minnell, who was one of the leads on History Blue Book. She was just in the new Batwoman series, and she's fantastic. And she's from Canada, which I love. And she's
History Blue Book?
Isn't that what it's called?
I don't know. I was on History Blue Balls. Is that a different thing?
I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. But she's amazing, and there might be some werewolves appearing, which is the first time we've done that. So that's exciting.
Werewolves are it's a good good topic. Your favorite werewolf movie?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, I obviously have to say Underworld Evolution because I was in it, but and also I think werewolves are really cool in it. They're really cool.
Not a fan.
Oh, shut up.
I mean, I'm a fan of your scene, but other than that.
Is it at the beginning? Is your scene at the beginning?
No, I mean, there's like a couple scenes. So I'm in, it's kind of the middle.
It's kind of risque, honestly.
I have a blood orgy. It's me and Stephen McIntosh and Kaya Yestall, and we have a blood orgy.
Oh, and totally normal.
And yes, exactly. And then Kate Beckinsale shows up and
kills you.
She does. She attacks me, kills me, and then
you're way cuter than her.
Oh no, I don't know. I'm a pretty big fan of Kate Beckinsale. She's pretty stunning. But thank you, Spider. And then at the end, you'll see me later after I'm dead too. I get, and there you get to see my ass in that, so that's fun. I guess. Yeah, no, yeah. You see my ass like twice in that movie, so.
Twice.
Yeah, when in the end, when I'm dead, he carries me down the stairs and you can see my ass again.
Oh, that was a stunt ass, though. That's where I think
Teen Wolf 2?
Yeah.
Jason Bateman?
Yeah, that was a good one.
This is the weirdest one we've ever done.
Oh, I like that movie Cursed.
Oh,
with Christina
about
Ricci.
American Werewolf in London.
That's a classic.
Interestingly enough, I was on Twitter and I asked the question to my millions of Twitter followers, name 5 perfect movies, right? And there was only a couple of movies that were duplicated in the results, and American Werewolf in London came up more than once.
Great movie.
It's a great
movie, though.
I mean, I don't know who's in charge of deciding that. I mean, I think, what about Ginger Snaps? I think Ginger Snaps is one of my faves for werewolves. Really good.
But no better werewolf story than next week.
That's right.
On Bleeders Digest.
Hell yeah.
Carnivore.
So we have Mark Kelly on that story as well, who was in Jacob's Wife and Mad Men and Fear the Walking Dead. So he's awesome.
And he buys donuts in Burbank. I saw him.
He does.
Ooh,
and
where?
Yeah.
Why? I'm not sure. It was
I love donuts and I live in Burbank. I need
like,
to
Dad's Donuts. What's the other
why
one?
are you teasing her? That's not
I think
nice.
it might have been on it was on on Buena Vista. I think it was the dough nuts with the only thing missing is you or some weird.
Yeah.
I think it might have been.
Don't get a divorce, get a donut.
Yep, we got those the other night. We've been eating a lot of donuts lately.
Yeah. I like Halloween donuts. I'm really into it.
Yeah, Krispy Kreme has their selection out. You have to line up around the block to get those.
I know, it's so hard.
Yeah, I tried to go, but they weren't available yet. So I don't know.
Voodoo Donuts has impressive selection.
Oh yeah,
they now have like 8 Halloween donuts
at our location, which they usually never do. So I'm really impressed.
Yeah, usually only in Portland, but this time, we got a Frankenstein, a mummy, a graveyard with gummy worms and Oreo cookie.
I think my complaining has really helped this. Like I write them all the time.
Possibly, yeah.
And tell them how ridiculous it is that like all these other locations have like.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do.
She does.
You write to a donut.
Yeah. She does that to us with Bleeders Digest. She's like, this.
Do you really? What are you? Wait a minute.
Yeah, no, I really.
She does.
Yeah,
she does. She's, yeah.
Let's see the last thing I wrote to them. And I
this
always
is
do
way
it.
better than our reviews. This is exciting. This is an exclusive.
Wait, how do you write to them? What do you mean, like on Twitter, or you just write
on Instagram?
Yeah, Instagram. She DMs them usually.
Yep.
So you're complaining.
Oh wow.
Okay, said.
Jesus Christ. There's a lot of notes to Voodoo Donuts in your phone, and none of them are ever responded to. Just so you guys know.
You want to rate it?
We miss your donuts from the Universal Studios Hollywood location so much, it's ridiculous. We talk about it on our podcast a lot. A nice listener almost sent us some from Portland. It's National Donut Day on Friday, and no other donut will suffice. We've had to slum it lately with other donuts. We take our donut consumption seriously and only want the best if we're going to eat all those calories. When will you be open again? I need an 8 Mile now. Please send an answer or some donuts.
Wow.
Lauren, if you ever complain to me again that you're too busy to do something, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah, Lauren's like, I'm just so glad.
That was sent at 2 a.m. on. That was sent.
You feel like you're just a
It was sent at 2
stoner.
a.m. So
How many times can one person write donuts?
You know what? That was obviously during like the thick of the pandemic when
things were closed.
Nothing was going on. You guys were making movies. I was writing donuts.
He's writing Voodoo Donuts.
Wow.
This is a worldwide pandemic, and this is your problem.
An 8 Mile donut. That's the one with the M&Ms on it. That's the one with the M&Ms. Get it? Like that's what they call the 8 Mile. You're gonna lose yourself to the music, the moment, and let it go. Whatever he said.
More and more about you guys every post. I don't like any of it.
We were going to talk about Delusion, but then the post show is going to be 2 hours long.
Next
Yeah,
week.
we can save
We
it.
should probably give a shout out to, so obviously we have the Carnivore coming out on Monday.
Mhm.
We also have one coming on Thursday. And in case Carnivore doesn't have a post show, I like to keep you guys guessing. It's called The Skinned Man, and it stars Chaz Bono.
Oh.
And it stars Bonnie Aarons. And it stars, just the nun. No big deal.
Chaz Bono.
Yeah, and he is beyond scary. Like, holy shit. So he was really fun to work with. And I think he might be making another appearance with Bleeders in the future. So that's exciting. And it also stars Raddick Lord and Nolly Morena. I had a bunch of great actors come in for that because there's a lot of parts. And
am I in that one?
I think so. I think you have, I don't know. It's like, we're all in all of them, I feel like. I don't know.
I don't remember. I did so many weird, like, we'll be like, come in here and yell, stop, don't shoot. I'm like, okay.
But this one is cool because it's based around Halloween night and a tale from a town and a horrible, horrible thing happens.
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right. Wow.
Now I know what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the week. Editing
Are
the
you
post
guys
show.
wearing matching shirts?
It looks like you are.
Oh, no.
No.
I'm wearing a Jennifer's Body shirt.
And I'm
She's wearing an It Follows. I'm wearing House of the Devil sweatpants.
Jesus, where do you get all the dead rags?
House of the Devil merch.
Do they make House of the Devil merch?
They do. It's one of my favorite movies ever.
I like them.
Yeah, Ty West, House of the Devil.
So is Jennifer's Body because I think Trevor is a teenage girl.
I am.
Yeah.
You interviewed House of the Devil people? Is that what you said?
Back in the day with the actress and the director.
Yeah, Ty West and Jocelyn Donahue. Wow. It's a fucking great movie.
Very nice.
So how's this for a sign? Okay, so remember we were trying to think of a sign-off thing?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
How about Stay Bloody? Anyone?
I was thinking Merry Christmas.
Stay bloody.
Well, we'll stay bloody for now.
Stay bloody. Yeah, I like that. Stay bloody.
Stay bloody like that.
Hey, stay bloody.
How about like stay bloody and keep reading?
No.
Oh, I like that. Did you say stay bloody and keep bleeding?
And keep bleeding. I should have said that. No, I was trying to be dorky. Because the old Reader's Digest.
But you don't read the story.
I know. I was just being stupid.
How about stay bloody and keep listening?
I like stay bloody and keep bleeding. But yeah, keep listening makes more sense.
Stay bloody. Stay bloody.
Stay bloody.
Stay bloody.
How about listen till your ears bleed?
Ooh.
No.
You just say no to anything I say. It doesn't matter. Like I could literally come up with the most badass shit ever. You'd just be like, oh God, I dropped my phone.
Stay bloody and keep. What did you say?
Bleeding.
No.
She said.
I said listen till your ears bleed.
And then stay bloody and keep reading.
And then what if like one of us was like stay like listen till your ears bleed, and then they're like stay bloody, something like that.
Peace out.
Listen to your ears bleed. Stay bloody.
Yo,
Yeah.
It's lit.
Take a look. It's in a book. Bleeders
The Bleeding
Digest.
Rainbow. I like that. I like the bleeding rainbow.
Stay bloody, everybody.
All right.
We'll go with that for this week.
Okay. Or how about this week? That's Trevor's. How about each week?
Everyone has a different one each week.
Or next week, that's you. And I
All
can.
right, you got to come up with one next week.
Can't contain the word donuts.
Damn.
Skipped Chrissy. All right, I'm stopping this now.